Hi, this is Angela Heath, and I'm speaking to you today about a subject that's really near and dear to my heart. That is the caregiving market. The caregiving market. This is the first of a three-part series where we will be talking about that market, as well as the CARE Act and the implications of the legislation on you and me. So let's start by talking about who caregivers are, what they do, and what the market looks like. If you're listening to the sound of my voice, you know a caregiver, or you are a caregiver, because caregiving is the great equalizer. It doesn't matter. You can be poor or rich, you can be black or white, it really doesn't matter. If you were born, it's probable that at some point in your life, you're going to be either caring for someone or someone's going to be caring for you. So what do caregivers do? It's a daily grind. They do everything to support the sick person. They help them take care of their bodies. They may have to feed them, help them get a bath, or help them move around the house. They also do things to support them within that household or within their environment, like doing housework, cooking meals, or providing transportation support. They do a lot. But the emotional stress of caregiving is what just really gets to me, because I've been a caregiver and I know no matter how much you love that person, there's going to be from time to time an emotional drain on you. There can also be a financial drain on you. An organization called Evercare did a study where they looked at how much caregivers were spending on caregiving, spending of their own money. And they found about a third of caregivers do spend their own money, about $5,500 per year. But check this out. The three areas where they said they need the most assistance is number one, emotional support, number two, time management, and money was number three. So keep that in mind when we talk about this caregiver market and the opportunities that might be available. Okay, so from a marketing perspective, if we were trying to come up with a caregiving persona, it would be very, very challenging. We'd probably end up with 20 or so personas, and that's not that helpful. The reason I say this is because so many variables come into play when you talk about caregiving. So you can talk about caregivers who live in the household with their older relative and those who do not. You can talk about people who spend 3 or 4 hours a week providing support and those who may spend over 20 hours a week. You may talk about people who do, maybe manage the finances and provide transportation, versus people who are very involved with personal care, helping people go to the bathroom and take a bath. Those are very different caregiving experiences. So we need to do a lot more work on personas and the caregiving journey. But this is one thing we do know for sure. We know that this is a huge market and it's a growing market. In fact, AARP just released a survey that talks about a projected 13% increase in market opportunities in the next 4 years. That represents about $279 billion opportunity. That's huge. So what are people going to be doing? A lot of tech companies are now interested in caregiving, as well as home care and nursing facilities and various kinds of senior housing. They're all starting to really get interested in caregiving because they know that there's huge market opportunities out there. But I want to take you back to those 3 areas where the caregivers said they need. So do you remember what those 3 areas of concern were for the caregivers? It was emotional stress, time limitations, and then financial stress and strain. So, if you're in the healthcare industry, the tech industry, the senior housing industry, or you're just a creator or an inventor, how can you help this market deal with those 3 realities? as we've seen, it's a huge market. If you can come up with something that's really going to help people in those areas, you probably can get some traction. So we'll be talking about that over the next weeks and months. But in the meantime, please visit me at www.angelaheathspeaks.com. And I look forward to speaking to you during part 2 of this series on the caregiving market and the Care Act. Thank you.